Hi everyone, I'm Sandy from Scissors in the City. This egg bunny we're going to be making today. To make the bunny you'll need your kit, a strong adhesive or a hot glue gun, scissors, and score tape. To begin we need our 2 circles and the green strip and our disc. So I am going to adhere my plain circle onto the disc, and it's just slightly bigger, so we're going to have to do a little trimming. That is hot, so I'm going to turn it over and press it down. Now mine's real close. Then we will, on the other side, we will glue it to the scallop circle. And now we're going to put this around the edge. And I want it all the way down to the scallop. Keep going. Go back to your box. Next we're going to need our green fluff. And I'm just going to put a bunch of the glue around here. And put it on top and squish it down. If you think you need a little bit in a couple spots, go ahead and add a little more of your glue. Okay, and then we're just going to set that aside. Okay, now we have to work on wrapping our egg. So we need our twine, and we need our score tape. To begin, I'm going to put score tape and long strips on my egg. I have 8 strips of the score tape. And then we're going to begin by peeling the score tape liner. Kind of like a banana. Not the whole way, just down a portion. About 1 inch. Okay, when I have that all peeled, I'm going to take my glue gun and put a little bit right there. And now the glue is hot, of course, so be careful. I'm just going to hold that for a second before I get going. Okay. Alright, now I can wrap this around, just on a circular motion all the way around. And I'm just going to kind of press that down. That glue should be cool enough that I can really press on it now. And then I'm just going to continue to wrap my egg. And when I get caught up to the score tape, I just peel it down some more. If you see a little white styrofoam through your rows of twine, that's fine, but I do try and get them close, but not so close that you're scrunching them together. I've got enough on there now that I think I can hold it by the twine and get rid of these strips. kind of running out of score tape, so I'm going to put a little glue gun on there, some hot glue. And just finish that up. Now there's just a little bit that is not covered, and that's okay because he's going to sit in our grass. So next, let's do our ears. And for that, I use score tape again. And I've just put it on the whole length of this. I didn't wrap it, I just put it on the length of the wire. And this is the long green wire that you have. And then get off the backing off of it. It's just sometimes easier said than done. There we go. I'm just going to peel that back a bit, and I just kind of put it all over the wire. And then we need to wrap this. So getting it started is a little tricky, but once you get it going, then it'll be easy. And we can unwrap it a little bit, or unravel it, I guess is what I should say, so that it's just one layer there. But you have like three pieces of twine. I don't know if I'm making any sense with that, but like that. So I'm just kind of untwisting the jute and then laying it down. And this, I'd like to have it kind of covering the green. I don't want a lot of space in between my rows on this one. And then I'm going to put a little hot glue on here. And wrap the end of it. Trying not to burn my fingers. And then I'm going to go back on this end, which I did not hot glue. And I'm going to do that also. fuzzy end on both ends. Okay. Then I need you to grab your pink foam. We're going to make some ears. So our first bend is to bend it in half. And then our next bend will be to come back down to that point. And do the same with the other one. So there's my ears, and you can shape them however you'd like. And when I'm happy with how they look, he's got one ear bigger than the other one. There we go. You're going to place them on your foam and then trace around. And now I'm going to trim just on the inside of that line so I don't see where I traced. So then I'm going to lay it on and just make sure I'm okay with how it looks. And I'm going to put some adhesive, use my glue gun again on the back of my ears. Oops. Make sure I got my shape laying the right way. That looks a little better. And use my hot glue gun again. Okay, we'll give that a minute to dry. Let's get our pieces out of our little baggie. And one of your wires is longer than the other two. So I'm just going to try and straighten this out a little bit. It's a little got some bends in it that I don't know that I want. And the long one we need to put a little curl in it. See how this one's curled and that one's curled? So I'm going to take something small, I'm going to try this, and wrap my wire around it. So I want to start about a ½ an inch in and then just wrap around. That's a little tight, so we're gonna put some space in there. And then I'm going to go to the other end and do the same thing. Like that. Now I'm going to trim off the bottom of my pink ears here. And I'll just leave it like that. And there's some hot glue hanging out there. I'm going to pull that off now too. Doesn't want to pull, so we'll cut it. There we go. And if there's any shape that you want to trim up, make it look a little nicer, now is the time to do that. Now we need our bunny back. And see where you want the front of your bunny to go. These lines are a little diagonal, so I'm going to look for a straight across spot, and that looks like it. And I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of my ears. Set them on the top of his head. I'm going to hold it for just a minute. And then his eyes are about right here. I just put a little dot of glue. Oh my, I only see one eye. The other eye must still be in the bag. It is. Nope. Yes. Some of these hot glue strings we can take off in a minute. His ears are kind of wonky. Then for his nose, I'm going to start by putting a little glue there, and then we get one. And after it's all glued down good, then we can wiggle his whiskers around. I'm going to put a little more hot glue in there and take his nose and press his nose into place. And now I can move his whiskers had one straight up, one straight down, and the squiggles in the middle, but you go for it. You could squiggle them all if you want. And then we need to tie a bow in our pink and white twine. Trim my ends. And I want some glue up here. Like that. And if we take our grass, I'm going to just spread a little spot here for him to kind of nest in. Going to go about like so. Now I'm going to hold them there for just a minute. And we need to add his tail, but make sure you look at him so that you get his tail up right in the back. We don't want his tail off sideways. Oh, maybe you do. I don't know. I wanted it in the back. Still needs a little pressure holding him in spot. And there again, I'm going to pull off any of these glue strings. And your little guy is all done. So here's your Easter egg.